And welcome back to the channel. This is Mark at Slowpoke Racing. We are once again with the Ultimate Racing League. This is the Group 4 cars, and we are at the final round of the season. This is round 8 of 8. We've got 3 races for you today in this final round. We've got 2 20-minute sprint races with no tyre changes, no pit stop scheduled. Definitely no rain. As you can see, we are in a desert. And then the third race is a 30-minute endurance race with a scheduled pit stop with a change of tyres, which we will explain a little bit more detail later on when we get around to that one. So as I say, this is race 1. We are at Willow Springs, if you hadn't guessed already, and we are on the main track at Big Willow in the USA. Fairly short track, 2.5 miles, built for speed. There's 9 turns only, a lot of elevation changes, and I would say that this one is the most feared track, or the least favoured track on this season's calendar. Very challenging track, and as you can see, just looking down the road there is not a lot that separates the tarmac from the sand, and if you do go off here at speed, you will need a sat nav to find your way back to the track, because you just keep on going and going. So I'm sure we are in for some fantastic racing, some careful racing, and I'm sure there'll be a few spills and thrills along the way. Just going, before we get started into this, just going into the points, it is all change at the top of the table regarding 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. As we know, Neil Farmack won this league a few weeks ago now, so he's out in front. Nobody's going to catch him. However, Woody has now taken up 2nd place. He is on 242 points. Smoky Tom has gone into 3rd. He's on 237. So not a lot there. 5 points between those two. Slowpoke, as you remember, was in 2nd. Now dropped down to 4th on 224. So still not that far behind. And Asbo in 5th on 182. So as I say, all change at the top there. So it really is a battle between Woody, Smoky Tom and Slowpoke to see who can get that 2nd promotion spot. At the bottom of the table, we've got in 12th, we've got Viking Daddy on 133. We've got Graham on 131. Dizzy Rip on 116 and Smurf on 113. So again, not that many points between those guys at the other end of the league, fighting to stay up. So as I say, we are in for some fantastic races, I'm sure, over the next 3 races. So we will get into it. The guys have been out there, they've done their qualifying rounds. Those that did manage to do a clean lap, they've got their times on the board, and this is their standings. As you would expect, we've got Neil in pole position. And let's see if we can get this to work. So we've got Neil on pole position, we've got Smoky Tom in 2nd, we've got Woody in 3rd, so the guys vying for that 2nd spot, 2nd and 3rd on the grid. We've got Sideways George on 4th, Stealth on 5th, Slowpoke 6th, Graham 7th, Viking Daddy 8th, Firepower 9th, Asbo is 10th, Smurf is 11th, Biggie 12th and Potsy is 13th. We have had a retirement out of the league this year, so that's what 1 down. We should have 16. That would take us down to 15, and we've had 2 that couldn't make it today, unfortunately. So we're 13 on the grid. So we'll get this first race started. As I say, looking forward to this one, and we'll see what happens if I can get my buzzer thing to work. We'll get them lights out and we will be away. Oh, what am I doing? So Neil gets us away. It looks like Woody again. He's absolutely lightning quick off the start. As usual, we've seen the last few weeks, Woody seems to always snatch the lead away from Neil, so Woody taking up that first position, Neil dropping in behind him. We've got Smoky Tom in third, Sideways fourth, Viking Daddy has made his way to fifth. That's a great start for Viking Daddy there. Stealth and Slowpoke battling it out there for 6th and 7th already. You can see side by side as they go round the first few bends. Slowpoke just managing to get his nose in front of Stealth there. So Stealth dropping into 7th, Firepower 8th, Asbo 9th, Graham 10th. We've got Smurf, Potsy and Biggie bringing up the rear. They'll just drop back up to the top just to see what's happening. As I say earlier, there is not a lot that separates the tarmac and the sand at this track. You only have to get the wheels slightly offline, touch that sand, and you are out of there. So Woody leading us into lap 2. Smoky Tom just sitting in there in third place, watching these two battle. I'm sure he'll be waiting for them to make a mistake. Everybody seems to be getting round all right. Oh, we do have somebody right at the back. Who is it? Asbo? I'm not sure. Let's just have a look, see if we can go back and find out what happened to Asbo. Oh, there we go. It's on that final bend. He's just got himself onto the tarmac and he's off. That was unlucky, Asbo. I'm sure you will not be the first. So back on track. That's made his race a bit harder now. He's going to try and catch up with the rest of the pack. So let's just have a look down the pack as we go. So the top 5, no change there. Slowpoke in 6. Looks like Stealth, Graham and Firepower having a bit of a battle there. We'll just stick with these guys for a minute. Let's just go on board with Graham. As we're coming up to what's known as the Amiga, you go up the hill, then it's a blind right-hander, and then down the hill into this tight left-hander. You can see in the rear view mirror of Graham's car there, we've got Firepower right on his tail. As we come to the 2 fast right-handers, these are the ones you've got to get right. These will make or break your lap time. You get this slightly wrong, as I say, and you're off. Graham doing a great job there, keeping it on track. Firepower still behind him. You can see Graham in self-slipstream now. Not sure he can get quite close enough to make a move on him. As he enter what is affectionately known as a rabbit's ear. It's a long sweeping right-hander. Very fast right-hander. Hard on the brakes at the end of this. So as I say, that left, bit of a camber in the road, uphill, round to the right, then into this blind right-hander and down the hill again. As I say, Graham doing a fantastic job. Oh, some dust there. Have we had somebody go off there? Let's have a look. Oh, it was Viking Daddy that went off. So as we're coming up to the Amiga, that track's not as wide as you think it is just there. Oh, he's tried to get on the brakes late there, and as I say, it's punished him. That's unlucky, Viking Daddy. Of course, he's on the sand, so the wheels are going to be spinning, which makes it harder to get back on track. And probably another half a lap now to get rid of that sand from the tyres. So let's just go up. So we've got Smurf putting a challenge in on Popsy there. What's he now in 10th? This is where we can count on the speed of that Ferrari on this fast straight. He's going to try and get that spot back from Smurf. Firepower still an 8th, chasing Graham down. I think Firepower's the only one of these drivers that actually likes this track. He says he does like to see the sunsets on it. The unfortunate thing with a sunset is darkness follows. And as you can see, this track's hard enough in the daylight. Let's have a look what we get in race 2 and 3. Firepower there doing a good job closing the ground down. If he can get close enough at the end of these 2 big sweeping right-handers, as I say, he can get on the fast straight, really use the power of that Jag. If he can get in the slipstream, just follow Stealth at the minute. He's got Slowpoke in front of him. Oh, Stealth, you don't want to get on that sand too often. Stealth really getting to grips with this Viper over the last few weeks. Struggled at the start of the season, but he just seems to have clicked with it now. He's got his gearing right, got the handling right. Seems to be enjoying the drive in this, as I say, in his Viper a lot more. Shame he's had to leave it to the last few rounds. Trying to put a bit of pressure on Slowpoke, trying to force a mistake. We'll go back up to our leaders. So we're with Sideways at the minute. And feathering that accelerator. Very tempting to keep your foot planted in that right hand turn, but it will throw you out. Looks like Smoky Tom's going to be making a move on Woody there, and he has. He's got on the inside now. Can he make it stick? Can he hold on to that second spot? Yes, he can. That was a great move from Smoky Tom there. Remember these two really fighting it out for that second promotion spot. So both will want maximum points out of these next 3 races. Excuse me. Oh, Woody, is he having a look on the inside? No, Smokey just closing the door on him there. Very tricky part of the course. Just coming up to this bit now. There's a bit of a bump in the road. That can unsettle the balance of the car when you hit that bump. Now approaching the fastest part of the track. Get a good exit here. Let's see if Woody can get at a good exit, get in Tom's slipstream and then possibly make a move. Inching closer, not quite close enough. You see top speed there, 145. Smokey's got some defending to do, which we know he's very good at. These two having a proper battle. Neil won't mind this. This will give him a chance to pull even further away while these two are fighting it out. Ooh, Smokey kicking a bit of dust up there, trying to blind Woody. I'm sure Smokey could find a few snakes out in that desert, maybe a rattler to add to his collection. We'll leave these two battling out for a minute. We'll just drop down the pack. Slowpoke still in 5th. Still got Stealth behind him. Excuse me. Graham in 7th. Everybody seems to be settling down now, concentrating on their own race. Just watch Firepower through this right hand turn. As I say, very tempting to keep your foot planted. So Firepower being followed by his teammate Smurf. You can see them off in the distance there, so there's a good few seconds between the two guys. Same with Potsy. Potsy dropped out, not having a great race so far, but come on Potsy, we all know what he's capable of. Asbo in 11th now. Remember, he had that moment at the beginning of the race, so he's done well to get himself into 11th. Biggie down in 12th. I've missed it. He obviously must have had a bit of a moment. The two McLarens not liking this track so far. And then Viking Daddy all the way down in 13th. Oh, he does seem to be, he's gone to have a look who's in the crowd. I think he spotted somebody in the crowd there. He's just gone over there to let them take some better photos of the car. Doesn't help your race, Viking Daddy, but good for the crowd, I'm sure. They're all now choking on sand. Oh, and he's off again. Oh, come on, Viking Daddy, you're better than this. Deep breath, come on, dig in. He's pulled over now to let Neil through, and he's going to have a good few cars now coming through, so I do think he's done the right thing. He could have stayed on track, but he is letting everybody through, so well done for that. Who's this there? Biggie. Biggie's having a bit of a moment there as well. I think we're going to get a lot of this. It's that final turn. He's just got himself his wheels on the sand, and you can see the trouble that it puts you in. So unlucky, Biggie. Is that going to allow Asbo to catch up? So what I'm looking at there, Asbo's already in front. It is early morning, come on. So we'll just go up through the pack, see if we can find who's having a battle. We are now 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes, no sorry, it is early morning, isn't it? We're just over halfway. It's a 20-minute race. We have now got 8 minutes of this race left. So Graham now getting onto the back of Stealth. Trying to look for a spot where he can overtake. You can hear the tyres squealing. This track very punishing, especially on the front left. As you can see on Graham's there, he's already approaching halfway on the tyre wear on that front left. So Graham right now on the back of Stealth, pushing him all the way, trying to force a mistake. Wants to get as close as he can, so that when we do this final turn, he can get right on the back of him, maybe pull a move on the straight. I know Stealth will be looking in his mirrors, he'll be conscious of that, defending there, taking the inside line. Sometimes that does compromise your exit though, and it looks like Graham's got a great exit there. Now, can he get close enough to make a move? No, I don't think he was. I don't think he was ready for it then. Let's just have a look and see what's happening up front. No change really. Well, Woody's now taken second spot back from Smoky Tom. So we've got Neil way out in front on his own, looking very comfortable as usual. Woody in second. Smoky Tom in third, under no pressure now. Just got to keep it nice and clean. Same with Sideways George, having a fantastic first race. Been very quick round this track, Sideways George. Maybe another one of the drivers that does like it, but if you have a look at his front left, that looks to me like he is over halfway on the wear, and he has got just over 5 minutes left. So that'll be interesting, keeping an eye on them tyres. Slowpoke, his tyres are looking slightly better. Still in fifth. You can see Stealth there, his tyres, especially the front left, not looking fantastic. I think Graham would have seen that Stealth starting to struggle a little bit. That'll be encouraging for him. So it looks like these two are where the battle seems to be. Graham will keep that pressure on. I'm sure he's not going to ease off and just let Stealth cruise home on his worn out tyres. Graham will want that sixth position. Oh, well, it looks like Stealth it did have a bit of an issue coming out of that final turn. I think he just got himself a little bit too wide. Yeah, he has. Onto the sand. Did well to keep it in a straight line though. That was fantastic recovery, Stealth. It's cost him a spot, but that could have been a lot worse. So he's now got firepower breathing down his neck. Firepower's tyres not looking fantastic either. Some of these guys will be glad to get this first race out of the way. And then if we drop back to Potsy, is a long way back. So Potsy and Smurf having their own little battle now for 9th and 10th. We've got Asbo in 11th and Biggie way down the order. Viking Daddy looks like he's actually pulled out of this race. He's retired from it, which is a shame. So back up to our leader, you can see under no pressure at all. If you look at the map in the top right, he has got quite a considerable distance between himself and Smoky Tom, who's now in second. So did Woody have a bit of a moment? He must have done, because he's now got Sideways George all over the back of him. So I'm sorry we missed that one, but Woody has dropped to third, Sideways in fourth, and does look like he's getting closer. Sideways enjoying this track, I think, maybe a bit more than Woody is at the moment. And as you can see, Woody's not got a lot left on his front left tyre either. Same with Sideways, so pretty evenly matched at the minute between these two. Slowpoke on his own there in fifth, not under any pressure really. We've got just under 2 minutes left. We'll be quite happy to just sit there in fifth. Graham in sixth after Stealth had that little moment, and Graham does seem to be pulling away from Stealth. So Stealth has now got some defending to do against Firepower. That's it, keep it on track guys. Oh, another little moment there for Stealth, another little wobble. You can see Firepower, the front left of Firepower His tyres really not looking very good at all. I'm not sure if he'll make a move on Stealth, or he's quite happy to just sit there and follow him through. So let's go back up and see where Neil is. We've got just under a minute, so Neil will definitely get another lap out of this, I'm sure. Smoky Tom in second. It does look like he's looking very comfortable in second. No change for third and fourth at the minute. Although sideways did. Oh, Woody's gone off. Is that going to be enough to let... Oh, well, Woody's all over the place there now then. Sideways. He has managed to get in front. Woody just pushing that little bit too hard, and his tyres just didn't want to know. Got himself on the dust. That's cost him a spot. Did well to keep it in a straight line though. That could have been a lot worse. So we're on the final lap. So Stealth has finished 7th, Firepower has finished 8th. Let's just watch some of the guys coming in. So Potsy will come in 9th. And it looks like well, Biggie's coming in 12th, so he has been lapped. We've got Asbo 10th. Getting a bit confusing when the guys do get lapped. Smurf will bring it home in 11th. And as you can see, our race leader, first win of the day. Well done, Neil. Nice and clean, no mistakes. As we would expect. Good racing. Fantastic race from Smoky Tom to bring it home in second. Sideways George, another fantastic race to take third. Woody 4th. Slowpoke's going to bring it home in 5th. And Graham bringing it home in 6th. So that was race 1 at Willow Springs. Big Willow. I hope you can join us for race 2, another sprint race. Oh, pressing all sorts of buttons wrong here. It is, as I say, for me, very early. So, as I say, that was race 1. Hopefully I can catch you all for race 2.